How you doing, movie world here? What's that you say? What's the greatest airplane movie ever made? I'm so glad you asked.
So Harrison Ford plays the President of the United States. I know what you're thinking. Indiana Jones, the President of the United States? This movie is already a 10 out of 10. His plane gets hijacked by a bunch of Russian extremists. And now his family, his chief of staff, they're all held hostage. But the President manages to sneak away into the baggage area, and he's the only one that can beat the bad guys and retake the plane. Usually in movies like this, it's the President that needs saving. But in this one, it's the President that's doing the saving. This is pretty much Die Hard, but in an airplane. And if you ask me, I think the stakes are even higher because they're miles up in the sky, and it's not like the police can knock on the front door and provide any kind of assistance. Gary Oldman plays Ivan Korshunov. He's the leader of the terrorists. And let me tell you something. Gary Oldman does not know how to give a bad performance. Give him the script, and he will deliver. That's exactly what he did in this movie. He brings the fire. He has this very strong and authoritative presence about him. Every time you see him, you don't know what he's going to do, but you know he's going to do something horrible. I always said, you want a good action movie, you need a good villain. And he's the reason why this movie is so good, because he plays one hell of a baddie. Glenn Close plays a vice president, and she's pretty much in D.C., dealing with the terrorists and at the same time dealing with her own administration. Bit of a double conflict, because everyone in the administration is bickering back and forth of who's really in charge. Can the president still be the commander-in-chief given the circumstances? Should his authority be bypassed? Now, this movie was released in 1997. This is a typical 90s action flick. That's okay, because we love the 80s and the 90s action movies. That's when action movies were at their peak, and I wish they could make more movies like this again. This is everything you would want. It has the heroic protagonist, it's got the horrifying villain, they got the third act final showdown. I miss the cheesiness, I miss the corniness, and yes, this movie has probably the most iconic Harrison Ford one-liner. Get off my plane.
I like this movie. I give it a thumbs up. That's all I gotta say about this. I'll catch you later.